Time now for Media Watch. James Cretan, he is here. He's just sorting out his wheat from his chaff, as they say. His computer's plugged in. He's ready to go. James, I understand you have more on the Italian captain of that tragic ship.
Yeah, I think we'll be hearing about him for weeks to come. He's just, for some reason, he's really got into the public imagination. Well, not for some reason, we know why. He did something really stupid and series of stupid things, and now everyone's talking about it.
Everyone's asking how and why. I mean, how this could happen, you know.
This is it. And it's led to all sorts of... It led to, I think, a lot of stereotyping as well of Italians, which I think is... Often when you got stories like this, people try to say that the actions of one particular person are representative of the entire country.
Yeah.
So what we've been hearing about the captain of the ship is that he is representative of La Bella Figura. Now, this was in the Financial Times yesterday. It was in Le Monde today. What is La Bella Figura? It's this whole notion in Italy of making a good impression aesthetically. It's an Italian idea. It literally means the beautiful figure, La Bella Figura. I suppose you could say there's a certain maybe macho element to it. You're kind of showing off a little bit. And the idea is that aesthetics are more important than ethics. That's intellectualizing it a little bit.
Am I hearing this is linked to Silvio Berlusconi in some way? He kind of personified that in many ways.
On the money there. That's exactly what the journalists were saying, that it explains a lot of what's wrong with Italy, even down to corruption, to Silvio Berlusconi's, being a ladies' man, stuff like that. So I think it's a little bit exaggerated because, as I was just saying, I think to kind of make generalizations about the whole country on the basis of this one man is a little bit too far.
Sure.
But the thing is, he was a tanned guy, sort of he seemed to exemplify a lot of maybe the good things and the bad things about Italy, which got people talking. But I think, Mark, one of the more interesting things about this today, what we're seeing is that he has, I think, a little bit been scapegoated. There is a lot of coverage in the press at the moment, for example, in this article in the French magazine Lupron, about how the company a-t-elle couvert le commandement? Did they sort of scapegoat him? Now, what we're beginning to realise is that other officers who were up on the bridge at the time of impact saw that the captain called his superiors 3 times in that 63-minute period between the impact and the order to evacuate. So it seems that it's possible that his seniors, at the crisis management cell of the Costa cruise liners, might have told him not to actually order the evacuation, not to make an SOS call.
That would be quite a development, wouldn't it?
It would, and apparently one of the reasons why that would be desirable is that it costs a lot of money. Once an SOS call is made, it automatically means that all of the fleet have to be checked for safety procedures, and it can cost hundreds of thousands of euros. So that's one reason why his superiors mightn't have been too eager for that to come out. Now, another thing that's coming out in the media, Mark, is we've been hearing how he took the boat off course, how this was completely against the rules. Well, on the website of Costa Concordia, of the Costa company, there were a lot of photos of those ferries passing very, very close to islands in the Mediterranean, which were taken down in the days that followed the accident. Now, what one savvy internet user has done is that they have located a video shot by amateur footage showing one of the Costa fleet in another, and I think we have these pictures if we can roll them now. This amateur footage taken initially showing the Costa Concordia. This is the Costa Concordia, very close to another island in the Mediterranean. What this proves is that it was, in fact, if not an exception, if not common practice, at least not as exceptional as it was made out to be. And it also suggests that Costa as a company were aware that this was happening, and in fact they might have even desired it because it gives a little bit of publicity to the cruise line. If they pass very close to the coast, if people on the beach can see the cruise liner, they're thinking, oh, maybe I'll take a cruise on one of them. So yeah, it appears maybe the guy isn't the only one who's
the
at
very
fault.
essence of the cruise is that you go near to the coast so you can look at the coast and say, haha, I'm here, that kind of thing, which is one of the things about it. So I think it is probably, bang on the money there that, the ships did go closer to the land than maybe...
Then it was made out...
Maybe it was made out that they
not as exceptional.
Right. There you go.
One other item to show, Mark, we've been hearing a lot about this Moldovan lady he had supposedly had drinks with in the hours before, or in the 30 minutes before the impact. The Italian media was kind of spinning that as, perhaps she was a personal guest. Was he taking time off the job to have a drink with her? She spoke to the Moldovan media. Now, she's coming out and very strongly defending him, saying that he's the best captain on the Moldovan, or not the Moldovan, but the Costa fleet. Yeah. And saying that, in fact, she was just celebrating her 25th birthday with friends on on the Costa Concordia. She works for the fleet. So there you go. It continues to fascinate.
Okay, no Ruby the Heartbreaker elements in that one then, it seems, but obviously clearly more to come on the captain, as you point out. James Creedon with Media Watch. Thank you very much. Stay with us, we're having a short break, and then we're back with more of the latest international news. Plus we have sport. Our very own Dan Levy casting an eye on the elephants as they get ready to rumble in the Africa Cup of Nations. We're looking at Ivory Coast and their credentials to be Africa champions. Stay with us.